Did you always have an idea that law enforcement's where you wanted to end up? I mean, like, I'm talking 15, 16 years old. You knew it?
I thought I knew what law enforcement entailed as much as someone that's 14 or 15 years old can think that career would be like. And so I was wavering at that point in life between a career in the military or a career in law enforcement. And I knew that regardless of how that ended up, starting with an enlistment in the Army was the right step in the right direction at that time. So I enlisted when I was 17 and decided after, about a year in active duty that I think my services would be better served in the civilian sector than in the military sector. I started my law enforcement career in Sheridan in 1998, and it's proved to be, I think, a calling. It's something that I've enjoyed through my entire career. I've worked primarily uniform law enforcement in all aspects, both with the Sheridan Police Department and the Sheridan County Sheriff's Office.
So why did you choose to be a leader in the Sheridan community?
So I was a squad leader at 19 years old, in charge of a couple $100,000 piece of equipment and 4 personnel. And I realized then that leadership is a different skill set than job knowledge and the ability to do a task at hand. And so I became kind of intrigued, I guess, with leadership and the study of leadership. So I continued on, when I got out of active duty, I continued on in the National Guard, took on leadership roles in the National Guard, and then other jobs that I had prior to law enforcement. And so when I got hired by the police department in '98, I knew that leadership within law enforcement was something that I was going to pursue. Just shy of the 4-year mark, I think it was, I was promoted to patrol sergeant at the police department, and that's where I basically got my feet wet on trying to lead in law enforcement. So then when I moved over to the sheriff's office, I started at the ground level, and then it was about that time that I started teaching leadership courses with the leadership staff at the academy. And that's where I really just have this strong interest in treating leadership like it's a different subset of law enforcement, and paying attention to that leadership side of things. Then that natural progression through sergeant, patrol lieutenant, undersheriff, and sheriff seemed to work, and the timing seemed to work out right, here we are now.